Hi everyone, welcome to Be Yoga Studio. So today we're going to be playing around with one-legged balancing. So we're going to prepare our body, hamstrings, glutes, VMO for that perfect one-legged balance. So let's get started. Okay, so starting off about 30 centimeters away from the wall, heels away from the skirting, feet hip distance apart, so all 10 toes facing forward, no duck feet. And then softening those knees, you can actually bend them quite generously, tucking the tailbone underneath a little bit, so you're actually tucking that pelvis underneath and really flattening that lower back against the wall. We're going to do some roll downs just to wake up the back line of our body. So relax the shoulders, relax the arms, lift the chin away from the chest, take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, gently nod chin to chest and gently start to roll forward, peeling that spine off the wall, one vertebra at a time, and gently going all the way down as far as you feel you can. It doesn't matter if your fingers don't touch the floor, that's okay. And when you're down here, just take 2 or 3 nice broad breaths in. So really feel the ribs expand left and right, or east and west. And take one more like that. Your sits bones pressing firmly into the wall. And as you start to exhale, lift the belly like someone's tightening an imaginary belt around your middle and slowly peel yourself back, feeling lower back, middle back, and upper back gently replaced back to the wall. Inhale and exhale. Gently nod chin to chest. The arms move away from the body, so try not to press them into the thighs. Just let the weight of the arms drag you down. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Head is relaxed. And again, stay down here as long as you like. Make sure even weight into both the feet, toes completely relaxed. And then again, the exhale brings you up. So as you exhale, lift the belly, press into the feet, and slowly peel yourself back, really tucking that pelvis underneath so you feel that lower back, middle back, and upper back come up. Good. And we're going to take it over to the side. So again, tuck that tailbone underneath so it really feels like you're under-tucking that tailbone. And make sure the head is against the wall, shoulders relaxed, and slowly start to move your body over to the right. As you do, you see the hips will go to the left, and you start to feel that beautiful lateral stretch. So notice if your shoulder wants to flop forward, lean it back. Good. Notice if the back wants to arch, tuck that tailbone, and then pressing the head back, and let this arm hang nice and heavy, and take it to your end range. And then slowly peel yourself back. Again, that lower back never leaves the wall. And the hips go right as the body moves left. Arm hangs heavy, and top shoulder, back, head heavy. You can relax the head and gaze to the floor if this feels more comfortable. Beautiful lateral stretch. And up you come. Good. And then again, over to the right. Hips bump left, body moves right. This time, when you get to that end range, bring the left arm slowly up and over and reach it alongside your ears to get maximum stretch. Left side of your waist. And slowly come back up again. Same thing, other side. Hips bump right, body moves left. Left arm hangs down when you get to that end range. Make sure that lower back's still attached to the wall. Right arm nice and slow. As it starts to get up here, you're going to start to feel that stretch intensify. Reach up and over. Oh, this feels so good. And slowly. There's no limit as to how long you want to stay there for or how many you want to do. You can do a few more if you feel like it. And take a big breath in. As you exhale, we're going to go down again, nodding chin to chest. Moving arms away from the body. Belly controls the move, protects the spine as you come all the way down. And this time, keeping those sits bones firmly pressed against the wall so you've got support. I want you to deeply bend those knees and straighten. Keeping those feet facing forward. And just notice if you want to grip the toes. Let them go completely. Let the head go. You're gazing at the wall. And I want you to bend and I want you to straighten completely. So zip up those thighs, contract the thighs, lift the kneecaps, and then bend. So you're going completely bent and you're going completely straight, but make sure you're zipping up and not jamming into the back of the knees. And one more with the feet like this. And straighten. Good. Now gently soften. Turn those feet out slightly like a duck. And the same thing now. Bend. It's almost like a squat. And as you straighten, you're going to feel a big stretch up the lateral hamstring. Bend and straighten. And we need to open that back line in order to do the movements we want to do for our balance. And again, no limits as to how many you want to do. You can do 10 or 20 here. I'm just going to do one more for the sake of this video. Head still relaxed, soften the knees, turn the feet to face forward. Take a nice big breath in as I hover the arms above the floor. And as you exhale again, under-tuck that tailbone, gently make your way back. Feel that beautiful stretch up the whole back line, and then lift your chin away from your chest. Nice work. Okay, so keeping your position against the wall, and we're going to be lifting one foot up. So you've got the wall to hold. I'm going to move over slightly, and because in the beginning you're going to feel a little bit wobbly, and you're going to notice your hips are going to want to do the salsary move. So find a position, left foot down, right leg lifts up, or the other way around, and notice that you haven't hung into those hips. Notice if you're arching your back, tuck that tailbone, and just keep that leg lifted so it's a good way away from the floor. Okay, so from here, we're going to bend and straighten the standing leg. So you're going to bend it all the way down, and then you're going to straighten all the way up, and I want you to zip up that thigh, and then bend. So here, we're not just working VMO, which is this muscle here, really good for balance, but we're also working that popliteus muscle on the back of your knee to make sure that you lock and unlock that knee correctly, and there's no pain in this movement. So take it nice and slow. Look at that left knee. Is it tracking over your second toe? So it shouldn't be conking in, and it shouldn't be flopping out. That foot is firmly pressed against the wall, and your spine stays against the wall too. If you very tighten your shoulders, your head may be away from the wall, your shoulders may be slightly away from the wall. That's okay. I've forgotten how many I've done now. Let's go for 2 more. You want to do at least 10 each side. And bend and straighten. Nice work, guys. Placing the right foot down and lifting that left leg up. Again, finding that balance, squaring, leveling the hips, arms relax down or gently press into the wall, and then start to bend and straighten. Ooh, I'm doing a little salsa. So gathering my balance, I'm checking in with this right knee, making sure it's tracking over that second toe. That's it. And once you start to get a little bit more comfortable, you can maybe take the hands to the hips. You can maybe even reach the arms forward if you want to challenge your balance a little bit. And bend and straighten. So try and go a little bit deeper into your bend if you can, nice and slow. So you zip up as you straighten and lock it out, and then slowly unlock and down you go. Keeping that core connected, keeping that lower back connected. Check in. Have you arched away from the wall? Make sure you're nice and straight, and let's go for 2 more. And 1. Nice work. So you can do another set, you can do another 2 sets of that movement. Really good to get this VMO fired, and of course the back line working nice and strong for balances. Okay, so moving away from the wall now, we're going to take a resistance band. It's not imperative you have a resistance band, but it is really nice to work with. So you can do this without one if you haven't got one at home. If you have got one, however, you're going to take the band down, you're going to press your foot into the band, and then what happens is you're going to take it nice and loosely, and then you're going to slide your hand kind of to mid-shin with the opposite arm. So I'm standing on it with my right foot, left hand, mid-shin, and pull it back. So I've got some resistance there. Okay, so now we're going to lift this left foot off the floor. It doesn't really matter what it's doing. It can be straight, it can be bent. I like to soften it a bit for this movement, and then I'm going to take my right hand to my waist. So now, very important, I want to keep the whole bottom of that right foot flat on the floor. I don't want it to sickle, I want it to stay firmly rooted. That same VMO feeling that we had against the wall is kind of what we're going to be feeling now. Also, hips square and level, so this glute med is going to work really hard so that I don't flare open here. I keep those hips square and level. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to straighten this arm, so we're not pulling the band, the arm stays straight and passive. The resistance on the band is going to pull us down as we come forward, and then we come up again. That's it. Now you want to try not to touch the floor with that left foot, if you can help it, and forward, and back. You also want to try not to overbend the knee. It's a little mini bend in the right knee, in the standing leg, but it's not a massive bend. What we're trying to do is tilt that body so that it's parallel to the floor while keeping that left hip down. So right about now, that glute med should be firing up quite a bit. Hamstrings working as well. Make sure you're not rounding your spine, you're always staying broad through the collarbone, and make sure you're not pulling on that band. We're trying to go for 12 each side,
preferably 2 sets. Okay, so I'm going to swap sides now. I have no idea how many I did. I presume it was roughly around 12. Same thing, left foot down now. Band loose, take it halfway shin, pull it up. Make sure you've got a nice firm grip with your foot on that band so it doesn't whack you in the face. Left hand to hip, take the leg behind you, and down you go. So start with shallower first few, just to get your balance in, your gaze in, find something to look at. So my left side is not my best side. Again, don't worry about the right leg. A little soften in it is fine for this movement. And down you go. And up. So make sure you're pressing into the big toe mound of that left foot. So the ball of the foot behind the big toe is where you want to feel that pressure so that you get the correct chain of muscles working up the leg. So notice if you tend to pronate or supinate, do you flop in on the arch of your foot or do you tend to press on the outside bed of your foot? I'm going to go for 2 more. Woo! What happens when I don't concentrate? That's okay. And let's go for 1 more. And there we go. So these are quite challenging. 2 sets, maybe even 3 if you really want to go for it. Totally up to you. We'll meet you for the next one.